welcome to the Barbershop Talk Pride. So today is episode 2 and we have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, hi, Ms. Escalante. It's me, Mrs. Youman, the assistant principal here at IS229. Thank you for having me.
Yes, so today we have a topic, healthy friendships. So what do you think about that?
Healthy friendships are needed. It's a requirement in life, just by nature. You know, friendships take us a long way. We can have up momentum moments and we can have those down moments. And that's when friendships really play a role in a supportive lens to make sure that we're there for each other.
Yeah, that is true. And how do you know when you outgrow a friendship?
When you outgrow a friendship, that generally takes like some time, you know, because as a childhood friend that I've actually had, I actually did experience this, you know. We had our commonalities of growing up and just being there of the things that we had in common and what we wanted to do with, of course, in a positive light. Don't go that deep. Fun things that we shared together. But, you know, as you get older and different life experiences, you know, as you mature, certain things are not the same anymore. You have to evolve, you know, as you go through life. And if I end up seeing that, you know, you're still stuck in a way that's not progressive, that's not meaningful, that you're not having contribution to just a living being of, you know, you start having family, new friends, new experiences, new opportunities, whether it's with your finances, job opportunities, and so forth. You know, things change as we all get older. And if it becomes where that wedge gets larger, and you're not on a common trend or trajectory, you just move on, you know?
Yeah, sometimes when people get married, they also tend to forget about the friends that they had before and then just they focus in their family.
Yeah, but even if it is, because I do have friends that are married, you know, and if myself and their spouse may not get along or vice versa, or sometimes, you know, it happens where the spouses do get along, and if you have those that still live in that single life and still up in the club and you know, they just have different things, or even if it is that they're on the adventure of traveling a lot, you know, life experiences tend to be the way that has your path and your road that you're looking to succeed, or you know, or not, whatever it may be. But it's okay, you know, and sometimes those differences sometimes even bring you stronger, because when you have things to talk about and you live vicariously through your friend, like,
wonder,
you know, it's all of those. So it can also be a positive thing.
Yeah. Do you stay friends with somebody that you feel has used you, like, you know, borrowed money or taken one of your stuff and never gave it back? Have you ever stayed friends with people like that?
I address it. It would definitely
That's
be
a good thing about
addressed,
you, yes.
you know, and if they're in a situation that they were in need of something, I also have myself geared to, if I can lend it to you or give it to you, I have to also have the expectations that I'm not in need of it.
Right.
You know, because sometimes you have people that's in your life that come across, you know, some difficult times.
Yes.
And I've had, you know, girlfriends that has done that, and the monies were given or the time is given, because sometimes it's not just, you know, the monetary portions of what's needed.
Right.
But regardless, it's still taxing in the sense whether it's, you know, monetary or time-wise. And you don't do things, the way I live my life, I don't do things to always get it back in return. You know, that's just my being, to just do it out of the love. And if they give it back, I hope they do. If they promise, you know, it's just a loan.
Yeah.
And if I won't be taken advantage of again.
Right.
But once I notice that I'm giving something to someone and they can't afford to give it back, that's okay.
Yeah, I had friends before where you lend them a shirt, you lend them money, but I'd rather them just keep it.
Yeah.
Because you know that next
clothes
time.
I don't do.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
We don't do
it. You can just have
so
it.
you just have it,
Yeah,
you don't
have
take it
it's
back.
okay.
But when we were young in the 80s, you know, sometimes they used to, like, my mother would just beat me up, but sometimes we used to share clothes and stuff for sneakers when we were going clubbing, and they would not give it back, and then I would get in trouble with my mom.
Your mom,
Yeah,
I don't do the clothes things.
You
If
don't-
it's something you like, here, take it, have it.
Yeah.
I don't want it back.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're doing in that outfit.
What should you do if the only thing in common that is only the past? Like, you know, you went to high school with a friend and you outgrow the friendship, or do you stay friends with them? Like, How do you go about that?
It's different because honestly, my oldest girlfriend, we met in the 7th grade.
Nice.
Middle school.
Really?
We only experienced 1 year together because I was living in Brooklyn, and my parents, we moved to Queens, and that was only our 1 year together. And to this day, we're actually going on vacation with each other this summer.
Nice.
With our families. And the one thing with our relationship, we can go through periods of time. Honestly, we have not been to each other's weddings. Our husbands just met.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
But her and I, we can go like years without talking, and then it's like I'll call her up or she'll call me, and we'll be on the phone for like 5 hours to catch up on everything. It's like we haven't skipped a beat, and there was no love lost, and there's no cattiness like where you been or why you haven't, because life happens.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean any less of loss of love or support, because when she did need me and I did need to talk to her and stuff, we are still there with each other. So it doesn't mean that these long-term relationships have to be a consistent thing of every single day speaking to the person, or every month that you have to have check-ins, because if it's genuine and it's true, it happens when that time is meant to be.
That is nice. I lived in Washington Heights all my life, and I had a neighbor that moved from Brooklyn, and they're African American, and always in the neighborhood was the Spanish kids and the black kids. The black kid stays in the projects, and the Spanish kid stays with their group. And I always used to get jumped because she was my best friend. And then my Spanish friends were like, tu andas con esa morena, and then it was just always some situation. But we maintain friends, and I love her. All her children are my goddaughter. I learned how to eat calories. They learn how to do pernil, and like every time I do.
Swap.
Yes, and I love her so much. But she lives in Europe.
Wow.
But yeah, she lives in Europe, and I have my 2 goddaughters that are over there in France, but we always catch up. And when she talks, she starts crying because she misses me so much. But she remarried, and she's happy, and all I want to see her is happy. So we're planning to have a vacation with our families. But my goddaughter, the oldest one, is here, so she always keeps me posted and everything that's going on in her life.
That's sweet.
So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you guys are not going to see your husbands because you guys are going to be hanging out.
Of course, we have to catch up on girls' time.
That is so cool. Yeah. So should you stay friends with someone who does not support you?
It depends if and what type of support I need. Because my personality, I don't lean on any particular person. And that's one of the things my husband gets mad at me about, to be quite honest, because he's like, when I have adversities or whatever I'm going through, it's like, come talk to me, and lean on me, and the way I was brought up, with my mom, as a single mom, like I was pretty much shown, like how you handle things on your own. Right. So I don't look for people in that sense. That's not a need for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I get that.
It's like half for me. It's not like a real serious thing.
But, as growing up also, like I told you, I grew up in the Heights. Like half of my friends, they were all having babies before me. Mm-hmm. And then I was going to school, so I couldn't party. So most of the times, it was really hard because I already had children, but I was going to school. They were partying. I would take care of everybody. But they're like, hey, just leave that and come on, let's go clubbing. Yeah. But I knew I had a final. So it was just like, I didn't need their support, but I needed at least the effort, like, I got your back, don't worry. If you need to study, I'll take care of your kids. So then I made it a rule, like, if it's not to a hospital or to or go to work or interview, I'm not taking care of nobody's kids because it's just like I have to do my thing and you're doing your thing. And I respect that you're going clubbing, but I have to get up early to go to work and take care of my children. Yeah. So it was just like, but I still stay friends with them, but I just learned how to separate, which it was hard because those were my buddies. So. Yeah,
it's a difficult thing both ways because, having a very high independent personality, you have to learn sometimes, which, it's a learning thing for me every day, of learning that sometimes it's good to put your guards down and knowing that people are there for you, you to lean on and so forth, and to recognize that I don't have to go through things on my own.
Yes.
That is a tough pill for me to swallow, honestly. But I'm working on it.
Yes. So is it easy to stay friends with a person that has different beliefs or values?
Yes. I don't want someone like me. Like, you have to have differences, in life. That's what make humans beautiful.
Yes.
We all have different beliefs. That's what educates you. That's what make you see and have those meaningful conversations and experiences. Because that's like what you said with your girlfriend.
Yes.
Like you learn different cultural foods,
Yes.
and
Shout out to
customs.
Tasha.
There you go, Tasha. Right? Like, all these different things. So differences are a beautiful thing.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean that you have to always accept someone's differences, just as long as it's not something that's causing harm, of course, and then that's where a different conversation takes place,
Right.
For it. But there's nothing wrong with being close friends or having a friendship on differences.
You just, you have like your crazy friend, you got your bougie friend.
Yes, you have
your
to.
educated
That's what
friends,
keeps you well-rounded.
You have to wear that bag because you know how she is, and
You have to be well-rounded.
I just love my friends; they're just cool people. Especially here, we have a good team of ladies that we all work hard and love each other.
Yeah.
And we try to support each other as much as we can. Like now, we having the Black History Month walking gallery,
Yes.
and all my girls supported me. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, and you're doing a wonderful job. And
Thank
even,
you.
with the collaboration and, the community, having our PTA president,
Yes.
of course, everyone that plays a role in making this experience. And what's beautiful about the gallery walk, and we're also integrating our way into Women's History Month,
Yes.
so the transition is happening. You're seeing a lot of powerful women,
Yes.
stepping forward. And I appreciate my quote on top about my eyes speak louder than words.
Yes.
Being at the crown of our quote wall. It's a great experience even for our children to see within our school, for the scholars to actually walk through and recognize that there are very much powerful people here for you, and definitely the women that stand strong in our community.
Yeah, that is true. One thing I like about the wall is that our principal made a quote. But the nicest thing is that I remember going into a meeting and translating for you for a Spanish-speaking parent, and she was very concerned. And when she heard you say, "Thank you for giving birth to my child,"
Yeah.
she just said, "Oh, thank you." And she just calmed, said, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is the first time I hear that." She felt very secure and happy that for you to say that,
Yeah, that's one of the things, like just in this job, that we have, and it's a career, it's a passion, and it's a calling. Being an educator, especially working with children,
Yes.
you have to learn to accept the good, bad differences, with our babies.
Yeah.
Because regardless, they're entrusting us. They're with us more time of the day and having different relations, with the staff members within our school. And with my children, I always say that I hope someone looks to take them under their wings as well, while they're not
I always hear
directly
you say
under my
that.
care. So the love that I have for my two children, Nasai and Kyle, shout out.
Yeah, woo. I love those.
Those are my hearts. And just the love that I have for them allows me to open my heart, for other people's children. And that's why I just love them. I just have to love on them and just let them know that there's level of supports that's around you at all times.
Yeah,
and that's
that
what
is
I walk
so
by.
nice. Powerful words.
Yeah.
So what should you do if you run out of things to talk about with a friend that you haven't seen, or what do you do?
There's
What
that
should
thing
you
called
do?
I'll call you back. I'll talk to you later.
I
You gotta catch up in life. Okay,
Yeah.
girl, I gotta go.
Yes,
because there's always something happening. I gotta tend to these children.
Okay.
I tend to my husband. I
That's
always
it.
gotta tend to my man.
That's right.
So
That's right. Yes.
that's also one of the things. So life should never be at a standstill. And if it's at a standstill, why are you not looking to do something to make something else happen, in a positive way? Hey, go read a book.
Yeah.
Just enjoy life. Take a nap.
Yes.
Learn to do inner breathing. Like right now, I'm practicing deep breaths. Like there's always something to do.
Yes.
So, and that's the thing too. Like I've had times like with my girlfriends, we just have like book clubs and we sit there, we'll read the Bible together. Because when you're going through tough times and so forth,
I do that with my friends too.
So it's just different things. But I could call you
I
later.
know. I went to you when I was knocking. You was listening, working, multitasking all the time. I'm like, what are you listening to? I'm just listening to my book, but I'm working.
You have to. It's not enough time in a day.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. Well, Ms. Youman, I thank you very much for your time. I know that you're busy. You're trying to wrap all your work up. And my name is Ms. Escalante, the parent coordinator of Panther Pride. And I really appreciate Monica. Thank you so much for the excellent work you do. And I also want to give thanks to all the ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Johnson, for supporting me, and everybody that helped out with the Black History celebration we have in the walk-in gallery on the north side of the building. I appreciate everyone, and have a great day.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, Esco. Hugs and kisses.
Thank you.